Hello my dear students, I hope you all are in good health. So students, now we are going to start revision from the very first chapter, that is tissues. You should know what is tissue. Tissue is a group of similar cells that carry out a specific role. So before studying the tissues in detail, we should study about different levels of organization in the living world. So in this we will study lower levels and higher levels. Lower levels means these levels will be present below organism level, and higher levels means these levels will be present above organism level. And let us first study about higher levels. It includes population. Number of organisms, they form a population. And then there is a community. Community means when several species of plants or animals, they are living in the same habitat, they form a community. Then there is a ecosystem. Ecosystem means there is interaction between the biotic, that is living, and abiotic components of the environment. Abiotic means non-living components of the environment. Then there is a biosphere. All the living organisms which are present on the planet, they form a biosphere. Now let us know about the levels of organization which are present lower to organism. Number one, we should know about molecular level. Molecular level means here number of atoms, they will form a molecule, and number of molecules when they join, they will form compound, and these compounds, they form a organelles, and in the organelles you have studied that there is a mitochondria in the cell or cell membrane or cell wall. These organelles, they are made up of number of compounds such as proteins, carbohydrates or lipids, right? So this represent the molecular level. Then there is cellular level. Cellular level of organization includes unicellular organisms and simple multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms such as amoeba and simple multicellular organisms such as sponges and algae. Here each cell is having a number of roles such as exchange of gases or intake of food or the responsibility for the excretion of the substance. All these responsibilities are on one cell only, right? But in tissue level, these responsibilities are shared, and that is why there is a division of labor. Division of labor means now the work has been reduced on single cell and it is divided into number of cells. Then tissue level, it is found in the complex multicellular organisms, and here the cells, they become more specialized and carry out the specific role. This is about the tissue level of organization. So there is a now there is a organ level. In organ level, different tissues, they will be working together and they will form a specialized function and they form an organ. Such as number of tissues in brain, they form a one organ, and number of tissues of kidney, they form organ, that is kidney, which is found in animals. And similarly in plants, there are organs such as root, stem, leaf. These all are the organs which are formed from different tissues when they are working together and they are performing a one specialized role. Then there is organ system level. Organ system level means the number of organs, they will work together and they will carry out a one specific role, such as heart, blood vessels. All these are the organs and they are forming one organ system, that is circulatory system. This is about the levels of organization which are present in the living world. So let us now study about the types of tissues. Tissues, there are of two types, plant tissues and animal tissues. The plant tissues, they are further divided into two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. The meristematic tissue is further divided into apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Permanent tissue is divided into two parts, simple permanent and complex permanent. This simple permanent tissue is further divided into two types, that is protective tissue and supporting tissue. Protective tissue means it will provide the protection to the plant. Supporting tissue, as the term indicates, supporting means it will provide support and strength to the plant. So protective tissue further includes epidermis and phloem, and supporting tissue, it includes parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Then in the complex permanent tissue, there is xylem and phloem. These are the conducting tissue, means they help in the conduction or the transport of water and food in the plant. So these are the types of plant tissues. Here we have studied only the types. The detailed study we will study in the next video. Now let us again quickly revise what are plant tissues. Plant tissues, they are found in the plant and they are divided into two types, that is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. This meristematic tissue is again divided into three parts: apical meristem, intercalary and lateral meristem. Then permanent tissue is divided into two types, that is simple permanent and complex permanent. Simple permanent tissue is again divided into two types: protective tissue and supporting tissue. This protective tissue is further divided into epidermis and phloem, and supporting tissue is divided into three subtypes, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Then complex permanent tissue, it is divided into conducting tissue, which is divided into further types, that is xylem and phloem. This is about the types of the plant tissues. Now let us know about the types of animal tissues as well. The animal tissues, it is divided into four types. Number one is epithelial, then is connective tissue, and there is muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue, it is divided into further 6 types, and these types are squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated epithelium, glandular epithelium and sensory epithelium. Then there is a connective tissue. Connective tissue, as the term indicate, means it is responsible for some connection in the body, right? So this is again divided into 3 subtypes, that is connecting tissue, skeletal tissue and fluid tissue. Connecting tissue is again divided into 3 types, that is areolar tissue, adipose tissue and fibrous tissue. Then there is a skeletal tissue. Skeletal tissue is divided into 2 parts, that is bone and cartilage. And there is a fluid tissue, which is again consisting of 2 parts, that is blood and lymph. Then there is a muscular tissue, means it is forming muscles in the body, and it is divided into 3 types, and these types are striated muscles, non-striated muscles and cardiac muscles. Then finally at the end, 4th tissue is the nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, it includes the neurons or the nerve cells, which are responsible for transporting message in our body. So students, in this video we have studied about the levels of organization in the living world and the types of plant tissues and animal tissues and their subtypes. So this is all for today. Take care everyone.